Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. The headlines. Voting begins for Karnataka Assembly elections, 2,615 candidates vying for 224 seats. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch various projects in Rajasthan today to boost infrastructure and connectivity. Manipur Government announces monetary aid for resettling families affected by recent violence. Former US President Donald Trump convicted in sexual assault case. And Deepak, Bhoria and Nishant to play the quarterfinal bouts in Men's World Boxing Championships in Tashkent today. The voting for the Karnataka Assembly elections will be held today. Polling will begin at 7 a.m. and continue till 6 p.m. A total of 2,615 candidates are in the fray for the 224 Assembly constituencies. Voting will be held at 58,545 polling stations. The Election Commission has made elaborate arrangements to conduct free and fair elections. Around 3 lakh polling personnel have been deployed to conduct the polls. We now go over live to our correspondent Sudhindra for the latest from Karnataka. Sudhindra, how has been the voting during the first hour?
Well, yes, Abhishek, the polling here has started exactly at 7 a.m. I'm at booth number 261, which comes in Bangalore South constituency. There was apprehension that rain may, discourage voters, but today the sun has come out, which is a plus point. Yeah, Abhishek.
Right. Sudhindra, how are the security arrangements?
Well, yes, Abhishek, people have started gathering at this booth and I can see a large queue already building up already. To tell you about the constituency here, Bangalore South, Abhishek, it is the largest constituency in the state, Bangalore South, and around 6 lakh voters are registered here in the constituency and 14 candidates are in fray. Well, as Abhishek, the security is really tight here. I can see at each booth there is a constable standing and then there is a mobile unit also which is going around each booth to see whether the law and order is maintained and model code of conduct is maintained. And also I can see the ramp, a wheelchair, drinking water and sufficient parking space in this particular booth, Abhishek.
Thank you, Sudhindra, for that update. Sudhindra there reporting from the Garden City of India, Bangalore. Well, moving on, Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar has appealed to the young and urban electors to come forward and participate actively in the Festival of Democracy. The counting of votes will take place on 13th of May. Karnataka had recorded a voter turnout of 72.36% in the last Assembly election in 2018. By-election has also been held today for Jalandhar Lok Sabha seat and assembly seats in Uttar Pradesh, Odisha and Meghalaya. In Uttar Pradesh, voting for Suwar and Chanbe assembly seats began at 7 a.m. and will continue till 6 p.m. More from a correspondent.
The Swar seat is witnessing a direct contest between the ruling coalition and the opposition Samajwadi Party. The Swar seat was previously represented by Abdullah Azam Khan, the son of Samajwadi Party stalwart Azam Khan, and was declared vacant in February after a Moradabad court sentenced Abdullah Azam to 2 years in jail in a 15-year-old case. Samajwadi Party has fielded Anuradha Chauhan as its candidate for this Swar seat, while Shafiq Ahmad Ansari is contesting on the ticket of Apna Dal, an ally of BJP. On the other hand, the Chanbe assembly seat in Mirzapur fell vacant after the death of Apna Dal Sonelal MLA Rahul Kohl in February. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, Akashvani News, Lucknow.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has urged the people of Karnataka, particularly young and first-time voters, to vote in large numbers for the assembly polls and enrich the Festival of Democracy. In a tweet, Mr. Modi also said that there are by-polls happening for a parliamentary seat in Punjab and for assembly seats in Meghalaya, Odisha and Uttar Pradesh. He urged voters in those constituencies to exercise their franchise in large numbers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be on a day-long visit to Rajasthan today. He will visit Srinathji Temple in Nath Dwara. Mr. Modi will also inaugurate, dedicate and lay the foundation stone of various development projects worth over 5,500 crore rupees in Nath Dwara. The focus of these projects is on bolstering infrastructure and connectivity in the region. The projects of the road and railway sector will facilitate movement of goods and services, thereby boosting trade and commerce and improving socio-economic conditions of the people in the region. More from a correspondent.
The Prime Minister will lay the foundation stone for the redevelopment work of Udaipur railway station. It will not only provide better facilities to the passengers at the station but also promote tourism in Udaipur region. He will also lay the foundation stone for the gauge conversion project and for setting up of a new line from Nathdwara to Nathdwara town in Rajasthan. The Prime Minister will dedicate 3 national highway projects to the nation, including 6-lane Udaipur to Shamlaji section of NH48 and widening and strengthening work of Bar-Bilada Jodhpur section of NH25. Jitendra Dwivedi, Akashvani News, Jaipur.
In the afternoon, the Prime Minister will visit the Shantivan complex of Brahma Kumaris in Abu Road. He will lay the foundation stone of a super speciality charitable global hospital, second phase of Shivmani Old Age Home, and extension of a nursing college there. He will also address a public meeting in Abu Road. Manipur government has said that it will help the families affected in the recent mob violence in their resettlement. The state government had already announced an ex gratia of 5 lakh rupees each to the kin of those who died in the mob violence and 2 lakh rupees each for those who suffered grievous injuries. The government will provide 2 lakh rupees each for those families which were affected during the recent mob violence and also build new houses for them. Meanwhile, the security forces have been continuing flag marches in the affected districts and normalcy has been restoring slowly in the state. The rescue and evacuation of stranded people and transportation to safer places or homes has been going on smoothly. The State Education Department has also announced that the summer vacations for all schools in the state will continue till the last of May. The public curfew has been relaxed from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. today in Imphal East and West districts. Other districts have also slowly extending the curfew relaxation hours with the improvement of law and order situation. The formal segment of the Third Development Working Group DWG meeting of G20 began in Goa yesterday. More than 80 delegates from G20 member countries, 9 invitee countries and various international and regional organizations participated in the meeting that will continue till tomorrow. Delegates from different countries across the globe commenced discussions on developmental aspects focusing on women-led development. They discussed a section of India's proposed action plan which focuses on strengthening data-informed approaches to development and bridging the data divide. A session on one of India's core priorities, digital transformation for all, was held. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on a Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Former US President Donald Trump has been for the first time found liable for sexual abuse against a magazine columnist E. Jean Carroll. After a civil trial that lasted 2 weeks and under 3 hours of deliberation, the jury found Mr. Trump not liable for rape but liable for sexual abuse and defamation. The jury ordered him to pay Carroll $5 million in compensatory damages. During the trial, Ms. Carroll testified that Donald Trump had sexually assaulted her in a Bergdorf Goodman dressing room in Manhattan in either 1995 or 1996. The trial started on April 25th and Trump was not present for the entire time. In a blog post on his Truth Social platform, Donald Trump referred to the decision as a disgrace and claimed that he had absolutely no idea who this woman was. In a statement, E. Jean Carroll said, "The world finally knows the truth. This victory is not just for her, but for every woman who has suffered because she was not believed." Trump's spokesman Stephen Chung said that the former president would appeal. That means he will not have to pay the awarded damages so long as the verdict is being challenged in court. In Pakistan, at least 1 person was killed and 5 others injured in clashes between protesters and the military in Quetta following the arrest of former Prime Minister Imran Khan. Similar violence also resulted in roughly 15 injuries in Karachi, Peshawar and Rawalpindi and Lahore. Police fired tear gas to disperse the demonstration. Over 4,000 of Khan's supporters attacked the official residence of the top regional commander in Lahore and staged a sit-in as the military there withdrew to prevent bloodshed. Protesters also smashed the main gate of Pakistan Army's headquarters in Rawalpindi. Imran Khan was arrested yesterday in connection with the Al-Qadir Trust case from the premises of the Islamabad High Court. Khan was taken into custody by the Pakistani Rangers following which his party workers protested in cities across the country. In several parts of Rawalpindi and Islamabad, internet has been suspended and Section 144 has been imposed in Peshawar. The Turkey government has raised the salaries of public workers by 45% 5 days before presidential and parliamentary elections. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has announced the pay rise yesterday at a meeting in Ankara that discussed the economic and social rights of public workers through a framework called the Public Collective Bargaining Agreement Framework Protocol. Erdogan added that he would continue to work on raising the wages and pensions of civil servants. Turkey president is facing the toughest challenge to his 20-year rule on coming Sunday's elections. The Reserve Bank has clarified that fees or charges payable in India on the use of international debit cards, store value cards, charge cards, smart cards, forex prepaid cards must be settled in Indian rupees only. The RBI said in the press release that it has noticed that certain authorized persons are levying charges on such instruments in foreign currency, adding that the settlement must be in local currency only. Union Information and Broadcasting, Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur will be on a brief visit to Madhya Pradesh today. He will arrive in Bhopal tonight. The minister will attend a program at Sanchi near Bhopal. Mr. Thakur will return to Delhi tomorrow morning. The Telangana government has introduced a robotics framework for providing a roadmap to promote robotic ecosystem in the state. This is the first of its kind policy in the country. Under the initiative, the government will set up a Telangana Robotics Innovation Center, TRIC, to implement the framework, which will focus on the key pillars of infrastructure access, business enablement, fostering research and innovation, development of a skilled workforce, and responsible deployment. Indian boxers Deepak, Bhoria and Nishant will play the quarterfinal matches in Men's Boxing World Championship in Tashkent, Uzbekistan today. Nishant will face Cuba's Jorge Suala, while Deepak will be up against Dushabev Nurzigir of Kyrgyzstan. They will look to confirm a medal for India. Yesterday, Deepak reached the quarterfinals of the men's 51 kg category with a 5-0 unanimous decision win over Zhang Jiamao of China. His compatriot Nishant knocked down Nidal Fokaha of Palestine twice inside the first minute to force the referee to stop the contest. He advanced to the men's 71 kg category quarterfinal. In IPL cricket, Mumbai Indians defeated Royal Challengers Bangalore by 6 wickets at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai last night. Put to bat first, Royal Challengers Bangalore scored 199 for 6 in the stipulated 20 overs. Mumbai Indians chased down the target in just over 16 overs, losing 4 wickets. Today, Chennai Super Kings will take on Delhi Capitals at the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium in Mumbai. The match will start at 7:30 p.m. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Ramya.
Thank you, Abhishek. Turmoil in Pakistan is prominently noticed by the dailies. Arson, rioting in Pakistan as Rangers whisk away ex-Prime Minister Imran Khan from court, leads the Tribune. Writing on the Karnataka polls, the Statesman says, Prime Minister writes open letter to people. Make Karnataka #1 state, appeals PM, writes the Asian Age. Writing on the same-sex union, the Times of India states, Supreme Court hints at constitutional declaration. Hindustan Times, quoting a panel, writes, India's Dhruv chopper needs critical safety upgrade. National Company Law Tribunal, NCLT, to decide airline Go First's fate today, informs Financial Express. Come August 1st, Brigadier Generals to don common uniform, notes Business Line. The paper writes, will help promote, strengthen common identity among senior leadership. And finally, Messi's exploits fetch him individual and team double at Laureus Awards, reports The Hindu. And with that, it's back to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Ramya. Now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Voting begins for Karnataka Assembly elections, 2,615 candidates vying for 224 seats. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch various projects in Rajasthan today to boost infrastructure and connectivity. Manipur Government announces monetary aid in resettling families affected by recent violence. Former US President Donald Trump convicted in a sexual assault case. And Deepak, Bhoria and Nishant to play the quarterfinal bouts in the Men's World Boxing Championships in Tashkent today. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.